Beauregard Rippy out here on US 68 again, Young's Dairy, going through the big field. This wake at the lake, I'm not sure if that signs for next year, but that was 15 bucks to watch that, and I didn't attend it. Especially when I found out about it on the last day, I kind of remembered it. So wow, this is a Studebaker Lark Daytona in black, triple black hardtop. Looks like a very well made automobile. You don't have to produce crap to just go out of business. They went as far as to put ashtrays back here for your passengers, which was normal at that time. Under the dash.
Registered yet? Please come up and get registered. Registration ends at noon, so if you haven't been registered yet, please come up and register. Thank you.
Pretty cool looking air conditioning system underneath there. And a very powerful looking power plant underneath there. I suppose that's a factory valve cover, do you think? I think so. Cast aluminum with the Studebaker embossed in there like it's a factory part. OEM, guys, with the Holly carburetor. Is that the car Andy Rooney had? But they are fast. This was a Hawk, I think. That one's a Lark. The Avanti, I'm thinking that's fiberglass in red. Very sexy automobile. Is that one there too? Convertible, but the convertible has a different back seat, and the sexy part I'm talking about, I like that back seat. So it's too bad they couldn't have incorporated that into the convertible, because then the back seat would have really showed up, almost like. This one's in blue, and it has a spoiler package on the front with the underlit, and that one has a very cool looking grill. So yeah, it's a work of art right there, guys, hands down. This is a Studebaker, almost looks like it inspired a 56 Chevy, and it's a 56 Studebaker President, which is almost similar. Probably my dad had a car similar to that. And I know he owned a President. I got pictures of him with it too. In a car like that, 20,000 miles and you were done. You bought another car. They were only 20,000 mile cars in that day. This one's actually has a Paxton supercharger. Are they from Kansas? It is a Paxton. And I'm thinking that they're from a town called Paxton. But it's actually a supercharger that's belt driven, and I think you flip a switch and for air or vacuum and to turn it on and off. I'm not positive about that. I haven't had one, but that would have been a powerful car without that, to give you some boost in 1960. Here's the one with a 6-cylinder, and that's all you would have needed, because unless you want to go to the races. 1962 here. 62 Lark. These folks are from not too far away from here. And Auburn puts you right over by Studebaker Country, and this is one of the Studebaker trucks that was here at the truck show. And here again, Studebaker in 1964, so that was a big jump, a huge jump. The Studebaker Challenger in 64, from the 60 to 63. They just completely, and maybe that was their kind of a bad part for them financially. They bought all new guys completely. Who knows what happened? It doesn't take much here again. You don't have to be, you know, a bad company to go out of business. You have someone in the office embezzling your money, or you're not getting the truth from any of this stuff about the guy in prison dying with all that money. They said several news stories about the richest man in the world, basically. The computer guy from Windows. Bill Gates visited Epstein in jail. News stories. That's laughable to believe that something like that would be true. And the story was that they were flying each other on planes to Lolita Expresses, and I mean, you don't know the truth in your own family, man. That is such a laughable that people were reporting stuff. That there's the beautifulest truck I saw at the show, and yeah, like Bill, the richest man in the world, visited that guy in jail to talk about money. Yeah, right. And then so nice Shelby there. Smart dog, can't wait to get home. Studebaker Lark in a wagon, so learning big time about Studebakers. Here again's the Paxton Supercharger, painted black, almost like it was a factory option at that time. I mean, he's got it fits in there so well. And that's what, a Weber carburetor or a Carter versus a Holley. Maybe it's a special order automobile. A very fast looking Studebaker here in 1963. Gran Turismo in red. Just a very large and beautiful two-door automobile. Not sure what this guy would be. A Packard, okay. A couple Packards over here. They're supposed to come pick that Packard up out of my driveway here anytime now. That's how that goes with the car people. California black plate. Was this guy pulling in? I think so. Yeah, when we got here, and then he put a black plate over top of his Ohio plate. And we're not seeing a Paxton under there. But I thought they were parking the cars in the back. And so that's the front row. We got a long way to go through the car show still. We could get a good look at the dairy from here. And this is as close as I'm gonna get. I had a big breakfast before I left. But I remember like it was yesterday that they used to stand in front of that window like a Dairy Queen and get your food. And now there's 2 restaurants. They claim 1.2 million visitors per year on their website. They should know what they're talking about. They've been in business 150 years, and that equals over 3,000 people per day. And my friends don't want to believe that, so that's your constitutional right, to believe what you want in life. But people, that have been in business for 150 years, I think they kind of know what they're talking about. They didn't stay in business 150 years by lying to people. And these guys on eBay, they last 3 months and they're lucky. Some of them, shady people. And that's why you can't believe in anything you hear anymore. Unbelievable. Over 3,000 people a day visit this little farm. Make their own cheese in there and everything. That's the you cut your own Christmas tree over there. And we're gonna be back here to look at their pumpkins. They got their own traffic light out here, even. And one of the several car shows. I think this car show happened at the last minute. It's an annual show, but it was almost like it was going to take place somewhere else. But we won't get into that in this video. And it is happening, as you can see. I forget the name, Bob Young or Joe Poole, Orphan Car Show, Young's Dairy, Springfield, Ohio. Thanks for watching my videos, everyone. Rippy.